Good evening, all of you. Just we'll be waiting for another 2 minutes so that all the other attendees are going to join. Just be patient. We need to wait for 2 minutes. Okay. Good evening, all of you. I would like to welcome all of you to the second session of 21 CLD. So today's session is basically on the three different types of skills like critical thinking, knowledge construction, and how to transfer that knowledge. So let's move forward. So, Ms. Neeti, this particular workshop is being conducted by Cyber Diction Technology in for CBSE in partnership with Microsoft, and Dr. Neeti Dwivedi is heading Cyber Diction Technology. So, yes, we had already done this yesterday. Also, we have started. We have seen what are the different types of 21st century learning skills. So, many of you had already told me yesterday that. 21st century learning skills are like your collaboration, knowledge construction. So these are the few different types of 21st century learning skills that we have already taken it up yesterday. So let us see. So this also we had discussed yesterday, like if we talk about the 21st century learning skills, why it is required, because in the ever changing world, when our students and our kids, when they grow big, they would be requiring these skills so that they are able to meet the requirement of the workforce. So if we wish our students to become the winners in the workforce, we need to help them develop these skills so that they are able to solve those challenges and the problems that we have not yet seen of or even thought of. So let us visit each of the skills and let us understand that what changes we would be doing in our teaching learning process and how we would be designing our lessons in such a manner so that these skills are we are able to impart these skills in our students. Okay. So basically, when we talk about the 21st century learning skills, now 21st century learning skills comprises of six different skills. They are knowledge construction, collaboration, real world problem solving, skilled communication, self-regulation, and ICT. So ICT is to be used as a tool, not as a subject. This also we need to understand. So let us move to the first skill, that is knowledge construction. We had also discussed this yesterday. So, like knowledge construction provides a rationale for giving young people an opportunity to move beyond memorizing facts and to develop their critical thinking and reasoning skills. Yesterday also we had discussed that when we want our students to build this knowledge, it shouldn't be like they are going to memorize the concept. Instead, they need to build the knowledge by themselves. Okay. So these are the learning objectives of today's session. We need to determine why knowledge construction is important, define knowledge construction, understand the 21 CLD knowledge construction rubric and decision tree, and also identify what are the different Microsoft tools that would help to generating this knowledge construction in the kids. And also we would be designing the learning activities that focus on knowledge construction. So these all things we would be doing in today's session. So before moving, let's watch this video so that we are able to understand that what is knowledge construction and how we are going to impart. Oh, it seems that I was not audible. Oh, sorry, sorry. It seems I didn't unmute myself. Okay, let me move. I will explain it again. Oh, sorry. So I feel I had explained it here. Till here I had already explained. For this again, I need to explain. Okay, 1 minute. Okay, I was here. I think after that I did not unmute. Oh, sorry. I'm really very sorry. I didn't unmute myself. Okay, I'll explain it again. So I was telling that in this totally globally, today's actually the world is connected. And if it is a connected world, in a minute we find 2.5 million pieces of content that are being shared on Facebook, and 3 lakh times tweets are being tweeted on Twitter, and 22 lakhs new photos are being shared on Instagram, and 200 million messages are being sent across email. So in this world, if we are using the same methodology that was used during industrial revolution, like the teacher, he was at the center stage, and the teacher and the students were sitting passively, and teacher was actually thinking that I am the only person who is going to impart education, or who is the person who is going to train the students or give education to the students. So it is totally wrong. We need to basically think in such a manner that because we are not only the person who is actually imparting education, children are there, is the whole world is floated with so much of information. So it is like we need to empower the students in such a manner that they are able to construct the knowledge. We need to move beyond the questions like what, who, how, and how much. So these all are type of questions that we are giving to our students. But basically, we need to give the questions in such a manner that doesn't really have one answer. There need to be different answers by every student. Then only we can say that there is actually the students are able to construct the knowledge. Okay, so let's move. So now if we are talking about the knowledge construction rubric, I had explained it yesterday also. So knowledge construction rubric is like we need to change our learning activity in such a manner that if our learning activity, we are not able to make it such a manner that it is able to construct the knowledge, then our learning activity is at level 1. So this rubric is basically done in such a manner that you have to create your lessons so that we it comes to at level 5. Then only we can say that our learning activity is able to impart that knowledge construction skill to our student. So if the learning activity is created in such a manner that it is not there is no mandatory requirement of knowledge construction, the children are not able to move beyond the content. Okay, so that time what happens, it is at level number 1. So many a times we give a learning activity where we think that they are able to construct the knowledge, but that is not the main requirement of the learning activity. Then it will be at level number 2. And if the main requirement of the learning activity is knowledge construction, but children are not asked to apply that knowledge in a new context, then it is at level number 3. Similarly, if the learning activity main requirement is knowledge construction, and the learning activity for that learning activity, children need to apply their knowledge in a new context, but that learning activity is only for one subject, then it is at level number 4. And if the learning activity main requirement is knowledge construction, and they need to apply that knowledge in a new context, and also the learning activity is multidisciplinary or interdisciplinary, then our knowledge and then our learning activity is able to impart that skill of knowledge construction in the student, because this particular learning activity is at level number 5. Okay. So this is again a decision tree that is also explaining the same thing. Like if the learning active, then if we see the knowledge construction, so if the main requirement is not knowledge construction, if you are not actually giving, you have given a question of define this, elaborate this, explain this. So if you have given such type of question, surely you are not able to, you are not using the knowledge construction rubric, and you will be at level number 1, because there is no knowledge construction is to be done for that learning activity or your assessment. Now, if the main require, if knowledge construction is done, but that is not the main requirement, then it is at level number 2. And if the main requirement is knowledge construction, but they are not able to apply that knowledge in a new context, then it will be at level number 3. And if the main requirement is knowledge construction, they are also going to apply that knowledge in a new context, then it will be at level number 4. But yeah, but why it is level number 4? Because it is not for the more than one subject. Then if particular learning activity is interdisciplinary also, then it will become at level number 5. So our aim is to achieve the fifth, to come at the fifth rubric of the knowledge construction decision tree. So activities, whatever we are thinking, whatever we are planning, and whatever lessons we are making for our students, it should be able to interpret, analyze, synthesize, and evaluate. So these are the few requirements of the knowledge construction rubric. Okay. So these are the few learning activity that we use, that we generally give to our students. So let us understand that whether they qualify for knowledge construction or not. So if we are asking our students, suppose you are a language teacher and you have a story in your class, you have done a story with your students, and you are giving a question that the character, you have to explain what is the crime that the character has committed. So it is like reiterating whatever was there in the chapter. You are just extracting, you are asking the student to search in the book and write the answer. It is reproducing the concept. So we and the children are not going to construct their knowledge. They are not able to create something new. That is not being done. And let us see the next activity. This is also a very common thing that we tend to give to our students. We ask our students to go to the any search engine like Bing and search for this information. And finally, whatever you have searched, create a presentation and present it in the class. So we are thinking we have done a great job. We have given a presentation to the student, and student is also doing the presentation. So we are able to impart that knowledge construction skill in the student. But no, sorry to say that that is no, this particular activity is not going to impart knowledge construction in our students. We need to modify our questions to a little bit, so that the particular learning activity or learning assessments is able to construct the knowledge. So this particular type of question is again not able to construct the knowledge. Now next is like in your physics lab, you have explained how to use the barometer to measure the atmospheric pressure. So now you have given the barometer to the student and you ask the student or the learners to measure the atmospheric pressure. Are they doing something great? No. This is whatever you have explained, they are doing it. They are not doing constructing any knowledge, any sort of knowledge to that. Okay. Now the next one is a math class scenario where you have defined, you have explained what are parallel lines, and you give few parallel lines to the students and ask them that which of them is a parallel line and which is not. Okay, so this is very easy. But after understanding what is parallel lines, they would be very easily able to do it, but they are not able to construct any sort of knowledge here. So, okay. So I hope this is clear to all of you, and the voice is also audible. Okay. So many not audible. But I feel now I am audible. So can anyone say, give a yes, it is audible? Because so many not audible is there. Still not audible, how come? I feel it is now, it should be audible. Is it? Yes, it is audible. Okay, thank you, all of you. So let us move forward. Now, see, these are the few scenarios which qualify for knowledge construction. Like if you are saying the same chapter, same lesson, but you have twisted your answer question in such a manner. Now you are asking the students to infer the reasons why the character committed a crime. Now, surely what is happening here is actually you have changed it because with this little change in your question you are able to impart that knowledge construction skills in your student. Okay, so let us see the next scenario. Learners are using the Bing to search the internet, but what they have searched, they are searching about local activities to help the environment and analyzing it to find additional ways to help. So now children, they need to analyze, they need to think what else they can do to save the environment. So whatever they have searched is not only the ways, they can think of few other ways so that they can save their environment. So they are interpreting, they are analyzing, they are coming up with new ideas. Okay. So let us see the third one. Third one says that learners are comparing different explanations for changes in atmospheric pressure to determine which explanations are credible. Now you are not explaining anything, but children are being given already. They have different definitions and explanation. Out of all the explanation, they are able to understand that they are coming up which is the best explanation and why it is the best one. So let us see the last scenario. Here we are not giving the student the definition of paralysis. Instead, they are going to create the definition by themselves. We are simply helping them to examine different types of pairs of lines and they are writing the definition of paralysis by themselves. Isn't it amazing? So if this way we are going to teach, but naturally whatever we are trying to achieve, we are trying to impart education to our kids, but that education shouldn't be only defined to the rote learning. It should be something that it goes into them and they can take it forward to whoever they wish. So it is like if they are constructing the knowledge by themselves, surely they will never forget that concept and they will surely use it to teach, to explain it to other people also. So, yes. Why still few are saying no audio? I feel it is most of you are saying it is okay. For whoever it is saying no audio, please rejoin. I feel now audio is okay. No, it is off. Yes. Okay. So let us watch this video and to further understand that how we are going to plan our lessons so that it is this is actually a video on anchor lessons of the knowledge construction. And I told you in the last class also that whole 21 CLD has got anchor lessons and rubrics so that we are able to construct our lessons in that format. Okay. It is taking time to load.
Now that we've explored the fundamentals of the knowledge construction dimension, let's code one of the anchor lessons according to the rubric. In the American Dream, Let America Be America Again activity, learners research a selected group's pursuit of the American dream. Based on their research, learners analyze the group's progression and why they believe the group has progressed or not progressed. The learning activity tasks learners with synthesizing and evaluating sources, and then analyzing their findings. The activity therefore requires knowledge construction and meets the first requirement of the rubric. After reading Langston Hughes's poem, Let America Be America Again, learners conduct research and write an essay that documents their analysis. In other words, learners spend most of their time focused on researching, synthesizing, evaluating, and analyzing their findings. Knowledge construction is therefore the main requirement, and the learning activity meets the second requirement of the rubric. While learners summarize their findings and write a thoughtful analysis, they do not go beyond applying what they learned in their essay. As such, learners do not apply their knowledge in a new context, and the learning activity codes a 3. To modify the activity so learners apply their knowledge in a new context, learners could take the research and analysis from their academic essay and reposition it for a persuasive letter to an editor. Because this activity has learning goals in language arts and social studies, if learners applied their knowledge in a new context, this activity would code as a 5. Knowledge construction is a crucial skill for learners. Utilizing activities wherein critical thinking is the main requirement, tasking learners to apply their knowledge in a new context, and incorporating more than one discipline will work to deepen learners' understanding of the subject at hand.
So I hope you all have understood that what changes we need to do so that our lessons would be in such a manner that it is able to impart that knowledge construction skills in our student. Okay, so these are the few Microsoft tools that would help us to modify our lessons and that would help us to impart the knowledge construction skills in our students. Like first one is the Edge browser, because Edge browser has got immersive reader and lots of other facilities like annotation and all is already there. Teams, Microsoft Teams, and interactive guide is there that you can use. OneNote and Word is also there. PowerPoint is also there. So these are the few tools that help us to support the knowledge construction in the students. So when you are trying to impart these skills in your student, so you can use these ICT tools so that you are very easy. That is actually going to help and amplify the way you are teaching. Okay. So let us further watch this video to understand that how the Microsoft tools are going to help for knowledge construction.
I've always been focused on how my learners construct their own knowledge, and it's a big part of education. There are several Microsoft tools that support learners in knowledge construction. Research is a great way for learners to construct knowledge, and the Collections feature in Microsoft Edge helps learners organize their web research for easy access when they need it. Additionally, as the digital hub for learning, Microsoft Teams allows educators to add content to the team so that everything learners need is in one place. The OneNote class notebook within the team is also a great place to share content with learners. Additionally, OneNote is a wonderful place for learners to use templates or graphic organizers and to collect research with text, audio, video, and digital inking, which encourages interpretation, analysis, synthesis, and evaluation. Within OneNote, Immersive Reader provides reading and translation support. SmartArt graphics in Word and PowerPoint also promote interpretation, analysis, synthesis, and evaluation.
So now we have to understand that how knowledge construction is. You all might have understood how we can use this knowledge construction rubrics and try to impart this skill in our students and lay a foundation for the 21st century learning. So learners who think critically, they are able to make connections and they are able to generate new ideas. They are able to solve the challenges, whatever new challenges they would be facing, and they would be more successful when they grow big and they are able to become winners in their life. So we as an educator, we must therefore plan for and build knowledge construction skills for our classes. So this is basically very important. So this is a very important skill that we need to understand. Okay, let us further watch this video to understand how as an educator is what are the educator perspective, how they are able to construct the knowledge and create the lesson plans in such a manner that their lesson plan is able to construct the knowledge.
Hi everyone, my name is Astrid Sinave. I'm a mathematics teacher for students from 12 to 15 years old. I teach in a technical school in Roeselare, a small town in Belgium. And I'm going to talk about knowledge construction. In the past, I always taught my students the new curriculum myself. You know, the teacher explains, the students listen, but I've noticed that students couldn't always process the new subject matter, and they had a hard time applying what they learned. Recently, I have moved away from this way of teaching because now all my students have a laptop with the digital pen in my school. Now we have a whole new array of digital tools available, and my preferred one is the mathematic function in OneNote. And of course, I teach my students to use this tool for learning. For instance, I let them build up the subject matter around the graph of a first-degree function themselves. My students already know what a first-degree function looks like, and then we build on that previously acquired knowledge. Using OneNote, they really can discover things like, is the function rising or descending, or what is the actual meaning of a slope? And how can you quickly recognize the intersection with the y-axis? And compared to the past, students understand and remember the newly acquired knowledge much better. I see that they really get it. In the rubric, I mainly focus on interpretation and analysis. This is the best way to let them apply what we learned in a new context, and what they learn is always applicable in other subjects like physics or mechanics. I use this type of knowledge construction when it benefits the students the most, in situations where it makes sense. It sticks better, and it's like mathematics coming to life. Thank you for watching.
So yes, I hope you have understood how teachers can help to impart knowledge construction rubrics. Okay, so now let us, this is a knowledge check. You are going to use the Q&A to give the answers. So yes, teachers, let us check how many of you are able to give the correct answer. Okay, so which one of the following statement best describes knowledge construction? Knowledge construction activities require learners to generate ideas and understandings that are new to them, or knowledge construction activities involve using multiple information sources to create new knowledge, or knowledge construction activities involve learners presenting what they have learned in new ways. So what do you think? What is the answer? Yes, teachers. what you people think? Okay, if you are giving 1, so you are okay. Most of you are giving 1, 2. I'm getting 1, 2, 3, all the answers. Okay, many 2s are there. Okay. Yes, 2 is more 2s I could see. So let us see what is the answer of this one. So most of you are saying 2. But the answer is for this question, the answer is first, because knowledge construction activities require learners to generate ideas and understand that are new to them. Basically, here we are not talking about rote learning or memorizing the concepts. Instead, we want our kids to understand, to analyze the things and generate something new. So for this question, the first is the answer. So congrats all of you, those who have given first as the answer. Okay. So let's see the next one. Next one says, consider the following activity. Learners analyze climate data from their locality and then analyze climate data from a second location of their choice. Are learners being required to apply their knowledge? Is knowledge construction being happening in this or not? You need to analyze. Is it 1, 2, or 3? What do you think? Yes, teachers. Is it 1, 2, or 3? So if you are giving 1, you are saying 2. Yes, because learners are analyzing data from different sources. No, because learners are simply repeating the same activity with a different data set. And the third one is also no, because learners haven't gathered the data themselves. So what do you think? Is knowledge construction being happening here? So I'm getting mixed answers. Some are saying 1, some are saying 2, some are saying 3. But many are saying 2. That means 2 might be correct. So why not first? Because learners are analyzing data from different sources. What do you think? Isn't it a same type of activity? You have taught something. Isn't it the same answer? Like we have taught like how to take the reading using barometer and then again using the same apparatus to do something else. So it is something like that only. Here also we have taught them how to understand from one data set, and then we are asking them to do it for the second data set. So here, so that's why the first is not the answer, because it is a mere repeating the same activity. Second one is the answer, because this here no knowledge construction is happening, because we are asking our kids to just repeat that activity. Okay. So let us see the third question. In the 21 CLD knowledge construction rubric, what code would an activity be where the main requirement is knowledge construction, but it does not require learners to apply their knowledge in a new context. Yes, I think this to all of you might be knowing. Main requirement is knowledge construction, but they do not need to apply their knowledge in a new context. Is it at 1, 2, or 3? Okay, one, few are saying 1, few are saying 2. So I'm getting here also, I'm getting multiple responses. This one is so very easy. We have discussed. Okay, many are saying 1. More are saying 1. Okay, great. So main requirement is knowledge construction. So when it is rubric number 1, is it like knowledge construction is the main requirement? Main requirement is knowledge construction. So most of you are giving me answer as 1. You are only giving 2 as the answer. Yes. So let us see why it is 1, 2, or 3. Here the answer should be actually before showing you the telling you the answer. I would like you to revisit that rubric. So just see this rubric. Yes. Here the main requirement is knowledge construction. If we are at level number 1, the main knowledge construction is not there. If we are level number 2, main requirement is not knowledge construction. Knowledge construction is happening, but that is not the main requirement. If we are at level number 3, main requirement is knowledge construction, but they are not going to apply that knowledge in a new context. So surely our answer should be 3. If we match the answer, it is at level number 3. So for this question, the third is the answer. Okay. So let us see which activity is knowledge construction. Learners writing a paper describing the crime a character committed. Okay, we have already done this question. Learners writing a paper that compares information from multiple sources. Or third, learners writing a paper that describes information they found online or in books. What do you think? What is the answer of this question? 1, 2, or 3? So here also, so there is a confusion with 2 and 3. Many people are thinking 3, some are saying 2. So that is a bit confusion. But here the answer is 2 because the third one is simply you are copying and pasting, because here also whatever you have got online and whatever is there in the book, you are just pulling out the things and putting in your paper. So this is not correct. So this is not going to impart knowledge construction. So the answer for this question should be second, because you are comparing the information from multiple sources. So for question number 4, the answer is 2. So many of you have written 2 also. So it is great. You have understood the different rubrics of knowledge construction rubrics. So congrats all of you. So let's see the answer. For question number 1, the answer was 1. The question number 2, the answer is 2. Question number 3, the answer was 3. And 4, it is 2. So now it is the time to redeem your e-certificate. So what I will be doing, I will be pasting the code and the direct link to the code in the chat window. I'm sorry, in the Q&A section. So from there, you can directly go to learn.microsoft.com and redeem your code, or else you can click on the URL. I would be also sharing a feedback link that will for your attendance. So kindly look in, just wait for a minute. I hope all of you are already aware how to redeem your code. Let me just paste the code.
Yes.
So yes, today's code I have pasted. You can check your Q&A. From there, you will get the code, and there is a direct link or URL that will take you to the learn.microsoft.com platform, and your code you can easily redeem over there. Okay. I am also sharing with you today's feedback link. So if at all, I would also take you how to redeem the code and the URL. Okay, 1 minute. Just let me stop sharing. So see what you have to do. You have to go to learn.microsoft.com. Okay. And then you need to sign in using your whatever ID you are using to sign in every day. That same ID you need to use to sign in. And after that, you click on your profile window. Click on profile. When you will go to profile, you please scroll down. You will get achievements. And in achievements, scroll down a little bit. You will get redeem your code now. Click there. And at this place, please type today's code. Okay, today's code is capital LL 4, capital P 6D. This is the code. I'll paste the code again. I think it has got mixed with the URL. So code is capital L 4, capital P 6, number 6, and capital D. So after that, you need to click on redeem. And once you get a green tick, that means you are able to redeem the code. Okay. So see, you will get this type of tick. That means you have redeemed the code, and whatever code you have redeemed, you will get the certificate in the achievements. You can go there and click your modules and courses. So here you will get your certificate. Suppose this is the trophy or the certificate that you have received. You need to click on the printer sign, and then you can get your certificate. Okay. So I have also shared the feedback link. So there also you can go and click the feedback link and enter the feedback for today's session. I hope this whole system is clear to everyone. How to redeem? You need to go to learn.microsoft.com for redeeming your code. 1 minute. Learn.microsoft.com. This is the website that you need to go to redeem your code. One second. I'll share again. So I hope you are able to see. Yes. So this what we have done. You need to go to learn.microsoft.com. Okay. After signing with your Office 365 ID or your personal Hotmail, Gmail or Outlook ID, you will be signed in onto this platform. You need to go towards the right hand side. You will see your profile logo. There you click and you will get again a word called profile. Again, you click over there. Scroll down a little bit, you will get achievements. Under the, you need to click on the achievements. And once you click on the achievements, you will come to this position where it says redeem your code. Once you click on redeem your code, you will get this window. In this window, you need to type the code. Now, today's code is capital L 4, capital P 6, capital D. So this is the code for today's session, and you can redeem your code and generate your certificate. Okay. So, and this also I had explained you how to take a print of your certificate. So this is today's session. Capital L 4, capital P 6 and D. So don't get panic. You will be getting the certificate. Many a times it takes some few minutes, 10 to 15 minutes or half an hour to get the certificate. So you can check. Surely you will be getting your certificate and the batches. Please give your feedback. So if you have any queries, kindly write down your queries in the Q&A section so that I can answer. Yes, teachers? So if you are facing any issues in redeeming the code, kindly let me know. So I hope all of you have shared your feedback also. So thank you all of you for joining us today. And if you have any queries regarding any educational related queries, kindly write to us at info@cyberdictiontechnology.com. And this is the WhatsApp number also. You can put down your queries on this WhatsApp number. Okay. So I hope no one is having any queries. So yes, all of you, I would urge all of you to join tomorrow's session also. We will be revisiting one other skill, and so that you will understand that how to create your lesson plans in such a manner that we are able to empower our 21st century kids and they are able to become winners in their life. So as an educator, everyone wishes to teach in such a manner that we are able to make our kids enable for 21st century. Okay. So I would like to thank all of you for joining. And yes, don't forget to join same time tomorrow. And also ask your colleagues and peers to join so that they are also able to empower the kids. So thank you all of you. Thank you all of you for joining and for such a, and I hope all of you, it is actually going to help all of you for your enabling the kids and you would be joining all the sessions. Okay. So thank you all of you.